there, ghosts and ghouls! Warlock Boo here, and today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough and talking about really everything that happened at E3. Now I have a bunch of talking points on my a piece of paper right here, so if I stop a minute, I'm looking at it to see what talking points. If I sound a bit out of it, I just got off of work today, and I kind of have a migraine, but I'm doing this anyway because you guys are so important to me. Now, first thing I want to talk about is EA's press conference. EA's press conference was really the first one I saw, and it was bland. It was boring. They only showed, there were two really big standout things to me. The first one I want to talk about is Purry Bell's, my wife's, pick of the whole E3. It was her favorite part of E3. Anthem. Anthem is an MMO coming out that looks like a cross between Destiny and if you were all Iron Man. That's actually not an exaggeration. That is quite freaking what it looks like. It's a very story-driven MMO that just looks fun. You can fly around in these mech armors and just fight monsters together with your friends on a world that the gods did not finish, which actually sounds really cool. I don't really know more about it. I saw some of the gameplay features and it looked fun. There's 4 different suits to pick from, and it's something I'm looking forward to. In different suits, there's a mage type suit, a heavy suit, a range suit, and a mid suit. At least that's what I could tell. My feed kept glitching out, so I could go back and watch it again, but I don't want to. And it was interesting, a really interesting looking game, great graphics, a living world that you can explore, a hub world that you can just go in yourself to do, or go in with friends. There are actually a lot of MMOs announced. I'm not going to go over all of them, of course, because there were a lot. The next one is a game called Sea of Solitude. Now, Sea of Solitude looks like an interesting game, but that's not why it's on my list. It's for my daughter's favorite moment of the E3. Now, this moment is almost my favorite, too. But we could each only pick one, and I couldn't pick one they picked. Now, I was watching the E3 presentation for EA, and they had the woman come out to talk about her game, Sea of Solitude. Now, my daughter, sitting there on my lap watching it, she asks, why is she coming out to talk about it? I went, no, why'd she come out? I went, she's talking about the game. And she went, oh. She goes, why doesn't someone that made it come out? I went, well, she did make it. She's the one that worked on it. And she goes, oh. And then she stops and her eyes get real big and she looks at me and goes, girls can make games too? And I was like, yeah, you didn't know that? And like a whole new world has opened up to her because she doesn't know women could make video games. And now she wants to make one. Don't ask me why she always thought it had to be boys, but she did. And that's her pick. Sea of Solitude looked like an okay game. I wasn't sure what it was about. That overshadowed everything else. EA's presentation, though, was kind of boring and bland. Except for Anthem, there wasn't much. I'm not a fan of their shooting game. I can't remember what it's called. Battlefield, whatever. Not a fan of it much. There wasn't a lot. They showed a mobile Command and Conquer, which looked okay. They announced Unraveled 2 is out today, which was weird, but okay. Next, we talk about... Okay, the next press conference I watched blew my frickin' mind! Okay, every year, Sony or Nintendo wins E3. Last year it was Nintendo. Before that, it'd been Sony. Microsoft always comes and tries to talk about features for the Xbox, but never games. Microsoft has such a weak presence at E3, which makes me sad because I prefer Microsoft. I like Xbox better. But I always admit Sony did 1,000 times better. Nintendo did better. But, oh my freaking God! Microsoft brought it. They freaking destroyed E3. Anyone that says Sony did, they were freaking lying. Microsoft announced at the beginning of E3, we are showing you 50 trailers. 18 of them are world exclusives and 15 are console exclusives. Not temporary console exclusives, permanent console exclusives. The only tech thing they talked about was they bought out 5 designer companies so they can have more exclusives next time. What? They went all out out. They showed trailer after trailer after They opened with Halo. Not Halo 6, but Halo Infinity, which I have no freaking clue what it is, but it's Halo! What people have been begging for! Oh my god, they announced Sony and Nintendo did not follow what people thought they'd show. On the other hand, Microsoft showed everything people wanted, all except Fable. But they showed everything freaking else, and I'll talk about each one. First one was Halo Infinity, which, again, from the trailer, I can't tell much, except it looks like the Master Chief is in his original armor. I don't know if that means it's a remake or something. Be like the third Halo 1 remake, which is weird, but still. Then they announced something out of left field. A new Battletoads. Just out of nowhere. I didn't know anyone was even asking for that, but alright, cool. That's amazing. That's something I didn't know, but I'll look at it. May not buy it, but I want to see what that is. They announced Forza 4, which almost made Perry Bell's thing for best thing. She loves the Forza Horizon series, and this is Forza Horizon 4. And what really stuck out for me, because I'm not big on racing games, unless it's Mario Kart, I don't play them. But they have seasons that change. As the seasons change, the weather changes. Say there's a big lake in the summer and spring. Well, come winter, that lake will be frozen over and you can drive on it. Also, every car you see in the game out of a race is another player, and you can interact with them, which was kind of cool. I gotta say, for a racing game, that was pretty neat. It also takes place in England this time. Next, they talked about Fallout 76, and because like 3 different press conferences talked about this, I can talk about it before I get to Bethesda's junk. Fallout 76 takes place in West Virginia. It's about the first vault that opened that have to repopulate and recreate the world. It's an MMO, like they've announced, but not like they've announced. Most MMOs have 1,000 to 1,000,000 people on a server. This one will only have a couple dozen. So it's a very small, not filled world. You can customly design things and create them, like your own little bases and stuff, and go on missions from there. You can also find nuclear launch codes and launch a nuclear missile wherever you want on the map. So if you really hate your neighbors, you can say, fuck you, and burn them to death. Which is so bizarre, and I don't see that being someone messing with that too much, but not my thing. They also announced a brand new Doom. Oh my goodness. They announced Doom Infinity. I didn't know they were making this. I love Doom 2016. I loved it with a passion. This time, hell is on Earth. Excuse me. And it is destroying everything. And you, of course, are the Doom Slayer. I don't know more about it. They'll announce it at QuakeCon, which I'll look forward to. I don't really care about QuakeCon, but I want to see more about Doom. So I'll look at that. There was also Shadows Die Twice, which I can't remember the first part of the name. It's Sakua, but it's made by the people that make Dark Souls. It's a very Dark Souls-esque game, except it has more of a roguelike element, more ninja-based, more stealth, more things like that. Oh, my head. Sorry, my head's still kind of hurting from work. So if you hear me be quiet for a minute, I think I'm a little dehydrated, so I'm chugging water. Trying to reboost my hydration or something like that. But Shadows Die Twice looked amazing. You're some kind of abandoned samurai who's taking on ninja-esque qualities. You have some kind of robotic skeletal arm with a grappling hook attached to it that you use to navigate the world. You fight monsters, more Japanese-based onis and things. A thing I'm really going to go through lore dive with, I can tell. And something I'm probably going to get. And this was introduced at the Microsoft showcase too, which is very interesting at that. Jump Force, another one introduced at Microsoft, and oh my god, I did not know I wanted this game. There have been a lot of Shonen Jump games where they cross worlds. Well, in this one, someone is forcing the Shonen Jump worlds to cross and merge, but not in some other reality. They're forcing them to appear in our world. So all the characters have realistic graphics. They look like amazingly realistic, amazingly detailed. You see Frieza destroying buildings. You got Goku and Naruto and Luffy all fighting him at once. And then at the end of the trailer, you see Light Yagami and Ryuk standing on a skyscraper over the city laughing. I'm thinking he's going to be the main bad guy manipulating everyone. But they said they are pulling from the deepest set of Shonen Jump. And we will see characters in this game that have never appeared in a Shonen Jump game before. So I really am looking forward to that. The trailer was amazing. Sorry if I'm flying through this. I got so much to talk about. I'm giving my thoughts. I can't do a live feed while it's going on, you know. I don't have that information. Tunic. This was Microsoft's answer to Zelda, kind of. Think Zelda. Now think of it as a girl and a fox. It's an overhead kind of 3D, 2D style, you know. Puzzle-solving adventure game. It really looked like a Zelda. It looks cute, Microsoft exclusive, and just, I want to see this. It looked really neat. I kind of want to know more about it when it comes out. Probably something I'm going to pick up if it's an arcade game. Bethesda did announce they're working on Elder Scrolls 6, showed like 30-second teaser that could have gone to anything, really. So we know they're working on it, but no clue on anything else or even the name. They're coming out with a new Metro that looked really good. I played a little bit of Metro last night. I never got heavy into it, but it was interesting. And I do want to see this because it looks really fun. A new Cuphead DLC that allows for a 3-player mode, new story mode, and a new character, So On Picture. I can't remember her name. It's a girl. So there may be a love triangle in the story or something. I really don't know. Excuse me. The Division 2 they also showed at Microsoft, which looked good. It's a very multiplayer-esque game. It's a multiplayer, single-player type, kind of co-op story mode. That's what it is. Co-op story mode, where you can really explore this world and with your friends and do missions. It looked good. Graphics looked good. Playout looked good. Looked very interesting. Never did play one. I may get around to it. Depends. Maybe it'll be free or sometime. Big thing for me is one game I really wanted to get a PS4 for was Nier Automata. Well, there's a Nier Automata Definitive Edition coming out for the Xbox One. So I don't have to buy a PS4 anymore. Yay! And there was much rejoicing because I don't have to spend money. But Nier Automata is one I really wanted to play for a long time. People will laugh at me, but I have. Next was one nice thing. Devil May Cry 5. This looked amazing. And no, in the trailer it's not showing Dante no matter what you frickin' say. That is Nero, Dante's nephew. The guy who played as in Devil May Cry 4. Except now he's had his hand cut off, his demon arm cut off, and he has a robotic arm. And so we're playing as Nero, but it did show Dante on a motorcycle at the end, so people stop saying Dante looks like a YouTube announcer. That is Nero. Nero looks like a YouTube announcer. So just get that right at least, please. But it looked amazing. It looked great. It looked like they learned stuff from the remake. Like the game mechanics for the remake were good. And the art style wasn't bad. And they're taking that, but they're taking the story style and the personalities from the original. And the creator of the game, he came out on stage. And after they showed it at Microsoft and said, "Thank you for letting me make this. Thank you for wanting more story." Now, and he came out with someone else and said, "Now, English is hard, so he will talk now." And I thought that was the sweetest, nicest thing. It just was something nice to it. They showed a trailer for the sequel to, I can't remember its name, but the extra part of its Will of the Wisp, which looked gorgeous. I want it now. They showed a lot about Kingdom Hearts 3, first at Microsoft, then at Square Enix, and a little more at Sony's announcement. They've announced there's going to be a Toy Story, a Monsters Inc., a Wreck-It Ralph, a Pirates of the Caribbean, a Ratatouille, and a Frozen World. So, there's a lot in this game. Another one my wife almost picked for her pick-a-thing. They gave it a release date in January of next year or February of next year. I can't remember. Looked amazingly fun, and I want to know more about the worlds. Elder Scrolls Blades is a cell phone game coming out for Bethesda. which it's a free cell phone game. I can't really talk much about it, but it looked okay. It's a cell phone game. I always get bored of them real fast, but they're fun pickups and goes. What else? Oh, new one from Microsoft was Cyberpunk 2077, a futuristic cyberpunk style first-person action RPG game. Don't know much about it, but the trailer looked damn amazing, and it looked like someone hacked up. They threw it in last second. No one knew it was coming. Kudos to you, Microsoft, for just having this amazing E3 for once. But the trailer looked good for what I could tell. Sorry, I'm taking sips of water, like I said. They announced not one, not two, but 3 new Gears of War games. Gears of War 4 is coming. They showed some gameplay of that and trailer of that. They showed Gears Pop, which is Gears of War in Funko Pop style for the cell phone. Then a computer Gears of War game that's in real-time strategy that takes place 10 years before the events of Gears of War. Which, as a strategy game, that sounds pretty cool. I've never actually played any of the Gears of War. I played a little Judgment Day. I'd correct myself on that. But I don't have much to say about Gears of War. Don't know much, but 3 of them is something people have been asking for. They also announced Just Cause 4. Again, a game I've never played, but I know there's fans out there. You got Just Cause 4 coming out, so tell me what you think down below on that. Alright, here's where I'm getting to some of the more interesting stuff. Last of Us 2. Graphics and gameplay looked amazing. I've never played the first one. Stop yelling at me for that, telling me I need to play it. I just haven't got around to it. There are a lot of things I haven't got around to because of money. But they showed just Last of Us 2. Looked amazing. Ellie's apparently gay. Okay. I just saying it. They showed her. They showed Resident Evil 2 remake, which looked great. But I want Resident Evil 8 already. Resident Evil 7 was so freaking good. I want that style. But it's a Resident Evil 2 remake. They're eventually going to remake 4, I know, because 4 was like the big one. But they're remaking 2. No one knew that was coming either. That was a big, big reveal. One of the few on Sony that was really good. Then they showed Trevor Saves the Universe, which is a game. I don't know if it's a PlayStation exclusive or not, but it's a platformer being made by the creators of Rick and Morty. The trailer felt like it tried too hard to copy the same humor. It really wasn't. Maybe if I see more on it, I'll want it, but the trailer doesn't do it for me. It kind of annoyed me more than anything. I love Rick and Morty, but this just kind of made me feel meh. They showed Neo 2, which I never played Neo 1. It sounds familiar. I've probably seen stuff on it, but don't know what it is. Showed a lot more about Spider-Man, which, again, why the hell is this just a Sony? I want Spider-Man on my Xbox or Switch. But I can't complain too much. Sony owns Spider-Man, so I gotta go with what they say. But it looked good. Basically, it still looks like Batman Arkham, but with Spider-Man. But you can't complain with that. He works for it. Then we saw one game I may be having to buy PS4 just to get Ghost of Tsushima. If I said that right, I am happy. If I just did not, I am sad. I want this game so badly. It looks gorgeous. Since last E3, I want this game. It's a historic game. Too accurate, it looks like. When China invaded Japan, and you're a samurai that has been forced to hide in the shadows to strike back and make allies. It looked amazing. I want this game, but it's PlayStation exclusive, and I don't want to buy a PlayStation just for one game, but I may have to. Sorry. Next, we actually saw some of Death Stranding. I still have no fucking clue what this is. 4th year, and I'm sitting here going, someone explain this to me. I don't know what's going on. They showed a gameplay trailer even. I still don't know what's going on. There were shadow people that you could only see with a light, and they had umbilical cords, and they make you age, and he had a baby on his chest in some kind of cyber ball, and tapped it and it looked around, and then someone explained this to me. I'm pretty sure the woman that saves him at the beginning of the trailer is the Grim Reaper. That's just my theory on that. What? And they have hands for feet. Someone explained this to me. I feel stupid for not knowing it. But that's what you get when you get two people that are known for making weird things together and telling them to go crazy. They're just going to make something weird. Probably good, but weird. I mean, come on. We know Del Toro. No, I can't say his name now. Dang it. The guy that worked on Hellboy, the guy that worked on Metal Gear, they make some weird shit, and together they're only going to make more weird shit. Don't say I didn't warn you, but it does look interesting. Next, we have Fortnite on the Switch. It released the day of the trailer. We knew that was coming. Then Paladins is coming, and for some reason, it's not free. On my Xbox, it's free, but on my Switch, I got to pay $30 for the frickin' thing. I'm not paying $30 for something I can get free on my Xbox. Screw you. Sorry. We saw Dragon Ball FighterZ on it, and just that. But they did do 3 announcements. Fire Emblem 3 houses. Not tree houses. 3 houses. Although making little tree houses and having little kids fighting in a war would be awesome. But no. 3 houses. Looked alright. I'm not a huge Fire Emblem person. My brother is. He'll know more on it. I'll have to go into him for depth. But it looked pretty good. Then we had one that came out of nowhere. It's what they opened with, and it was a long trailer, so I'm thinking they're pushing it. It was Demon Times Mecha, and it looked interesting. It's some kind of Devil May Cry mecha thing. It looked like custom mechs that you're flying around, smashing bigger mechs, moving super fast. Looked amazing. I wanted to know more about it, but it doesn't come out till next year. And last, of course, they talked about Smash Brothers. Now, the Smash Brothers, they spent like 45 minutes talking about. Every freaking character who has ever been in a Smash game, no matter how long they've been in that Smash game, will be in this game. It is Super Smash Ultimate. I mean, Snake, Wolf, which I love Wolf. He was my best character. Pichu, everyone. There are you can get alternate costumes for characters. You can get, every character has been modified just a bit for better tournament and better normal play. There's still internet with online 8-player versus mode. It sounds like there's story mode. You start out with only the original characters from the N64, and you got to unlock the others. Every stage is in here. Every stage can be turned into 2 versions. One as just one platform version, and one as the Final Destination version. There's new items, new Final Smashes. And they announced some new characters. You got the Inklings, who actually can run out of ink and have to go back into the ink to recharge it. You have Daisy. Daisy is playable after so long. She's what's called a Echo character. Echo characters are characters that, like Dark Pit and Pit, they're basically the same but with slight differences. Lucina and Marth are basically the same but with slight differences. That's an Echo character. Same, but they're different. Different dialogue, different slight attacks. And that's what Daisy is to Peach. She's going to be her Echo character. So she has Daisy voice lines. Her moves are slightly different and with more Daisyisms to them. So Daisy is now a character. They also showed Bomberman, but he's an assist trophy. Waluigi too. Sorry, guys. They showed new stages. And the big one. The granddaddy of it all, Ridley, is in Smash. Ridley is now the biggest character in the game. And my favorite part of the whole thing was the Ridley reveal, because the trailer is terrifying. It starts out with Ridley with Samus, Mega Man, and Mario walking across the bridge. All of a sudden, something flashes. You see Mega Man disappear. Then it shows his shadow get impaled by something. Then you see Mario disappear. You see something scratch at his shadow. Then Samus turns around, takes a breath. It zooms into her face, and you see her close her eyes, take a breath, then turn around. Everyone's gone. Then you see it shake and rumble, and you see Ridley pick up Mario's hat and spin it on his finger, and it says, "Ridley's entered the big time." Oh my gosh, Ridley! And then at the end, you see him flying there as the explosion, and you see Zero Suit Samus coming in, kicking, and looking pissed as hell. The darkest intro video for anyone, and it was awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. They did say they're not going to have many other new characters, but it does sound like they are going to show some new characters. So there is chances that some of you characters you want will be in it. But they're right as of now, there are 66 characters within the game in total, counting Daisy and Ridley, because Splatoon Fighter was 64, and then they showed the other two. Some characters will have alternate costumes, some characters have gone back to previous designs, but it's nice. It's really nice, but again, Nintendo was lacking. They didn't show Metroid Prime 4, nothing about Animal Crossing, nothing about Spyro the Dragon coming to the Switch. It really did disappoint me. But there was one game that really did impress me. I hadn't wanted this game until now. Starlinks. Now, what is Starlinks, you might want to ask? Starlinks is, and this is my choice for game. I want this game so badly from E3. It's a spaceship game, but it's toys to life at the same time. You have the toys, put them in the game, and they appear in the game, but it's all spaceship based. Well, they're having a crossover with Star Fox. They showed it in the trailer, and this looked perfect for Star Fox. If you get the Switch version, you get Star Fox's ship and everything. And I think I'm going to buy it. $75, so kind of pricey. Oh my god, this looks so good. So amazing. It's a big open world spaceship game, and you can get Star Fox. I want this. It looks great. Probably going to try and get it. Now, all of them were lacking except Microsoft, which showed things out the ass. I am hoping to hear more. They said there's another Nintendo Direct in a few months, so we may hear more about Metroid and Animal Crossing. But one other thing they did announce was in Pokemon Go, if you buy the little Pokeball attachments, you get Mew. Also, I'm sorry I don't have my cartoon on the thing, just me talking with these images. I had to save time, so you see trailers flashing on the screen. And as I said, I don't have time to edit. I got a migraine. I'm doing all this. But tell me what you guys thought of E3. Tell me your thoughts, what you really thought, how you liked it, what you thought. If you match any of my enthusiasm for games, and tell me what you want and what you thought won E3. To me, it was Microsoft. They really did hit it home on this time. But until then, this has been Warlock Boo. Hoping to be spoken y'all later. Bye.